I'm gonna have to use this as my like styling gel, I guess, because ooh, it's so pretty. Because I don't have any edge control, which is gonna be a little challenging, but we're gonna still try to make it work. I'm gonna try to turn this on for a little bit because it just looks, turn the brightness down. Oh yeah, that was brush too, that's gonna help it a lot. Mind you, I'm not even trying to do a slick down, a slick back. I'm just trying to, hi! I'm back again with doing my hair. I was like, okay, if I'm doing my hair, maybe somebody also could probably give me tips about my hair, so. Cause like, I'm trying to like make my hair get thicker and grow. Hey Chase, how are you? But like, I'm having the hardest time. Maybe I just need to like watch some tutorials, but I just want my hair to get thicker, like thicker with more volume. I keep saying the wrong stuff. I want it to have more volume. It's been in the same spot. But honestly, in the past, I used to cut my hair a lot. So like, I think I cut my hair, I don't know if I cut my hair this year. I did cut it a good bit this year. So I cut it like every year, but this time I told myself I'm gonna stop doing that because it was like almost like manic episodes. It was like when I stressed out, I cut my hair. If I'm not feeling good, I'm cutting my hair, you know? And now I realize I don't wanna do that. I really wanna see how thick it can get, you know? Like volume-wise. But yeah, how are you? You got to 22,000.
Power off.
Oh my god, that scared me. You got to 22,000 followers now? I'm kind of going faster today because I don't feel like doing my hair all day today. I don't feel like it. I honestly want to put it away. Hi Kaya. Mansu. How are you? How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? You look pretty. Thanks. I'm trying to do my hair right now. Trying to do my hair. How are you guys? This is the last side. And then the crazy part about my hair is one side's thicker. Like this is the thicker side. Do angels have eyes? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. It's kind of cool looking. I feel like another thing about angels or like fairies, it's like they look like butterflies to me. Ooh, look at that. That's a good spiral right there. Some of my hair on this side is kind of damaged, like right here. I think it's just this part. I don't know what I did. It's just this part right here that's like really, really damaged. It's not damaged, it just does not curl right. Oh no, what happened to your viewers? I don't really obsess about my viewers. I'd rather have like people in here who actually like me. And some people don't even know that I'm live. Wow, looks so cool. Some of them are forming. That's so cool. Anyways. You look beautiful. Oh wait, no, wrong. I'm supposed to put this stuff in there first. Eee. Has anyone watched the 7 Deadly Sins? Or like watches anime in here? I wanted to say something. Could have had it ended the 7 Deadly Sins. The 7 Deadly Sins. Oh crap. Yeah, so like it did felt like super hella rushed. I will say like the end, it just felt like it was super rushed. I wish they would have gave us a little piece of like, and I think that was because they wanted to like, you know, they had a continue run, which is the four nights of the apocalypse, which is what I'm watching right now. But I felt like I just don't like how it ended either. It just felt like they were like, hurry up, get this over with. It's like maybe they got tired of just like doing it. Like, you know how like maybe they worked on a project. 1 pound. What's 1 pound? What's 1 pound? But like I just felt like they were like probably just tired of the season. But yeah, I did feel like it was rushed a little bit too. At the end, I wish they would have showed us. I know that it's about killing and stuff, but at the same time, I was just like, can I see a little bit in their lives, a little bit more, you know? Characters started being like, who the fuck is this guy and where this plot going anymore? Yeah. Yeah, definitely with like Arthur. The Arthur thing was like, damn. But if you watch the 4 Nights Apocalypse, the Arthur story continues with it. But I think with that's also what's kind of throwing me off, and maybe I'm like skipped the beginning. No, I watched it, but it's confusing because it doesn't really tell you. But I'm not finished, so maybe it will tell you why Arthur, you know, kind of. He said he wanted a place where it could be more peaceful and stuff, and all of a sudden he's basically dwelling. What would you do if you had $10 million? I don't know. A lot of different things, but I don't have it, so I don't know. But yeah, I feel like had so much time to focus on the sins themselves, should have made them all very, very dark, except for the king's daughter, Angel Girl. What do you mean? What do you mean? Hi. I kind of like that it was peaceful. I mean, maybe we're not on the same page. I kind of like that it was peaceful, but I didn't like that. I just didn't like the ending. It was kind of like boring a little bit. But I feel like a part of me is like they were just probably fed up and was like, we're done with this show. And so they wanted to do they did a runoff, which is 4 Nights of Apocalypse. It's what I'm watching right now. But mini seasons and movies. Yeah. Which is what I'm watching right now. But at the same time, I did not do these braids the same. Oh well. Which is what I'm watching right now. But I'm just like, I don't know what I'm like. I like it, but you know, I'm still filling it out. But one thing I will say is Bond and Elaine was my favorite character, and like his son is Lacenot, and he's, but so far didn't get an ending. Yeah, I didn't like that the characters didn't get an ending either. I feel like no character really got an ending, which it kind of pissed me off, but it's whatever. That's what I'm telling you. I think it was rushed. But yeah. And I'm like, whatever. Whatever. You guys give me my money back. Okay, so this one is totally different from this one. And I think I'm gonna redo it because this looks like way better. But yeah, I'm a little, you know, but I love Bond's son, Lacenot. He's like literally the best. in the Four Nights of the Apocalypse. But you know what always makes me super happy? Oh, the giant should have a huge tribe. I see what you're saying. You know what makes me really happy? Bond and Elaine's love story was always my favorite. I was not very intrigued. Like, I think because he was super lustful. What's his name? Meliodas. He was super lustful, so it kind of like threw me away. And plus, Queen Elizabeth, like she had her ways of like, you know, expressing her love, but like it felt kind of like their relationship felt kind of shallow, and like I don't know, it got repetitive to where it was like you couldn't really feel their, like it just is repetitive to me. But Elaine and Bond's relationship, oh my god, I was literally like crying and like in love for them, like the way they were so devoted. Those relationships happen. What do you mean? But yeah, like I was so devoted to their connection. I was like, oh my god, I'm so obsessed. And now his son is like, he has like he's not like as emotional, but like now I'm gonna cry. Really. And now I'm sorry, I'm moving because I'm trying to hurry up and get this done. I'm like super excited to have this be finished. But yeah, I'm in love with their connection so much. Him and, I don't know how to say her name, like Gwen. Her name is complicated for Bond's son's girl, the girl that he's like connecting with. But I love them so much together. Holy crap. Oh my god. And they're so young and they have so much emotions. It's so freaking cute. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. He's always doing good with Bond because I know what a shallow relationship is. Yeah. I think we all know. I think we've all had those, like, not everybody. But yeah, I get you with the shallow. We've had some non-good relationships where it's like the other person doesn't really feel. Because I didn't like that he was always like super sexual towards her, but he said he loved her. I get it. You love her, but dang, you're like you're acting horny. And I mean, I know they did that, and then when you got to the storyline, it was kind of like, okay, like he did that because they are lovers. But I'm like, damn, it's so much. They overplay circumstances. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. I feel you, my guy. I feel you. Are you a boy or a girl? Just out of curiosity. Hey, Chloe Bailey, I look nothing like her, but okay. Sometimes it makes me sad, like, I know this is gonna sound so like, oh, here she goes. I'm not really like saying this in a like, it doesn't get me too much, but it's like, why can't people just see me as myself? Like, I've noticed that like in society, people don't know how to just let people be themselves. It's always, and then people like, normally people are supposed to accept that as a compliment. Because Hailey Bailey is beauty. Chloe Bailey is beautiful. People saying Chloe Bailey? Normally people say Holly Bailey, but anyways. And it's like, I'm somebody that loves myself and I love myself. I never want to be like anyone else. I don't want to be like anyone else. And like, I'm always getting compared, like in everything. It's like, can I just be myself? You know, like, can y'all just acknowledge me for myself? And I'm not saying this in a way like, I'm just speaking this because I'm speaking it. But like even my music does not sound like what people say my music is. It's just because we're talking about similar topics. Like my music is about spirituality, healing, growth, motivation, love. And so since Erykah Badu does healing, love, growth, then people say I sound like her. Some people say I sound like Jhené Aiko. Me and Jhené Aiko do not have the same music at all. But I mean, I just feel like we don't know how to appreciate the person, like people, so we have to compare them to people that we appreciate or acknowledge. I don't know. This is my opinion. Lack of understanding comes easy to youth. Yeah. I mean, and I'm not saying like the person that said that. It's not a big deal. I promise you. I've been told I look like Haley Bailey Holly Berry. But if it's someone I really look like, I'll be like, dang, okay. But sometimes I'm like, y'all are just saying that because we have the same complexion. I look nothing like Holly. She has eyes that are not like mine. I have almond shape. She has like the eyes that are slanted. We don't look alike. We just have the same complexion. But I think people say that because they see a little something, but it's just like, why can't I just be myself? Like, what's wrong with me just being Jocelyn? I love Jocelyn. I want to be Jocelyn really bad. Like, I want her soul. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I wasn't saying that in a way to like make you feel bad. I'm just saying I noticed that about like the generation, and some people have taken that like, and they take it and you know, it's fine. But what was I gonna say? Like that girl that got attention for looking like Zendaya, she's based her whole life around being Zendaya. Because you guys filled her up saying, oh, you look like a Zendaya. There's a few features that she carries with Zendaya. She has the same hair texture as Zendaya, like the hair type, the complexion, and a little bit. She doesn't really look like, she resembles, but she doesn't look just like Zendaya. But now that girl, she got noticed enough, and she said that she doesn't think that she looks pretty enough. So she likes being Zendaya because it validates, it validates it validates her insecurities. No, they kind of like make her feel better. Like, oh, I look like Zendaya, then I'm pretty. But it's like, but you look like you. You're not Zendaya. You can look like Zendaya, but you're not her. And that's why you have to kind of we have to kind of like, I think we should change that, like that notation of always telling people that they look like someone else. I mean, you can look like someone else, but sometimes some people get obsessed. Like you got literally 6 Michael Jacksons out there. They're painting their skin white. And some of them are changing. They're getting surgery. Somebody probably once told them, like, you know how many people tell me I look like Michael Jackson? And I get agitated because what the hell? But I'm not going to go get surgery, you know? I'm not going to get surgery. I'm not going to go get surgery. Like, some people are getting actual surgery. And yes, Michael Jackson did have a huge impact on this world. He was a very talented man that everyone could acknowledge. Like, it was hard not to acknowledge him, but we still gotta like balance that. Like, we shouldn't be wanting to be another soul. You're basically saying, God, I'm not enough. I want to be him. You made him enough. You made him worthy enough. My worth is not enough. Like, why? What's in between? Like, what do you call it when some get the joy from doing stuff like that? I don't really know about the joy, but it's identity crisis is the word. Because you're not this person. It's identity crisis and a bunch of insecurities hidden within it. That's all it is. We have to stop normalizing that, and like we give it attention. Some people are like, that one Michael Jackson guy he's literally going to shows and sliding on ground. But what if he really does that his whole life? Like, that would be really sad. And I know that we make fun of it, and like, you gotta realize we are feeling these people's minds, and it's fine for right now, but if he's still doing that 6 years later, that's not okay. Cause like that means you built your whole life around someone else's life. And when you do that, that means you gotta copy and imitate. Yeah, lack of self-identity. Same things. Identity crisis is when you're not sure of your identity, so you go through these phases of lacking who you are. And sometimes you want to be other people because you see that they actually, so then sometimes it's jealousy too, but it turns into identity crisis because it's like, well, I don't have enough. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. But then you see that person, because look who they're becoming. They're becoming people that everyone loved. Michael Jackson was loved by everybody. Everybody and their mama know Michael Jackson. There's a million celebrities who like mimic his dance. Chris Brown, Usher, they all were inspired by him. So what I see from the people who are mimicking him is like, they just want to be seen. That's really it. They either weren't acknowledged enough as a child, and people don't know, like, we laugh about this now because it's funny. Like, the way, what this guy is doing, he's putting baby powder on his face, sliding on grounds, and trying to mimic someone who is really popular. It's funny. It's funny. But for how long? Because and then at one point you really gotta realize, like, you're a grown man, like, trying to be another grown man. That's not normal. Then you're calling yourself this man's name. Saying the real Michael Jackson, like, it's kind of offensive to him because it's like, just be yourself. I know Michael probably looking like, they crazy. But it's life. Anyways, enough about that, because the main thing, this is why I also, like, I always try to tell people, like, I try to encourage, because I've had a lot of friends that were jealous of me, and that's why I keep my circle small, because I have trust issues now, because a lot of people see my joy and they're threatened by it. Like, when they start spending time with me, they see, oh, she's not faking, this is really her, she's really happy. Yeah. Well, it's not just about being happy, I'm just, like, grateful. And, like, when you learn, what is this? Where did this come from? Anyways, I didn't have this here before. When you learn to be grateful for what you do have, you learn to, like, kind of you learn to love yourself. Not kind of, you learn to love yourself. But you first gotta be grateful for what you have. Because, like, that's the thing. Some people are still harvesting the past, harvesting a lot of things, a life that they're no longer living, a lot of things. And, oh, wow. That's not right. That is not right. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Hey, Nuzzlemore. But I'm gonna try to go on early tomorrow. When I come on here, I'm gonna try to go on early. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, some people are like, they're not grateful. Long time no see, right? There's something on my lip. Here. Okay. They're not grateful for what they have because, like, they're living in the past. A lot of people are living in the past, so they can't be grateful for what they have if they're living in the past. You know? So it's really taking a moment to realize, you know, things have changed. Life is getting better. Even if life isn't getting better, you're still alive, you know? And it will get better eventually. If you allow it. But then people forget that we kind of control our own reality in a way. So if that's the case, then maybe we shouldn't harvest over things that are making us suffer. And it's easier said than done. Yes, it takes time. But everything does. If you start a business from ground up, it takes time. You know, if you date someone and you're trying to get to know them, it takes time. I think the only thing about us is that we want things a certain way. I'm born from poverty, but ended up being well enough to be just above middle class in the economy, but I have appliances. What do you mean appliances? But yeah, same. I wasn't raised in a... And I think that was also part of my lesson. I think I needed to see the world at its purest, poorest form to realize there's still beauty in it. Like, if people really got to know my life, they would be like, why do you smile? Because I'm happy. Like, it's not just because I'm happy. There's things that God has shown me worth to live for. And not just that. Life is actually beautiful, like, when you actually connect to it. Like, but I think I had to see it, because if I would have had money and had the life, like, with money, I would have probably been conceited. Definitely even with, like, how I would have been conceited. I would have been, I would feel like I'd be ungrateful, and I would just take advantage of everything. And also just do things because I could. It wouldn't be out of love. But when not having anything, I realized that there's so much beauty. Like, I would go on walks. I would actually just talk to God and see the world around me. I connected with nature. The birds would come to me, the ladybugs, the animals. Like, I was connecting on a deeper level. But before that, when I did have money, even when I had money, like, even in, like, when I didn't have money, I always had money. Because even in poverty, I realized, okay, this da-da-da, right? I would even when I partied with my friends, my spirit felt a disconnect to certain things. Like, they would go to parties, I can get free drinks, this and that. But I didn't feel connected to those environments. I didn't like going out and drinking. I didn't want to smoke. I didn't want to go to clubs. I wanted to read, go out in nature and spend some time, write poetry. Like, I realized that the identity, that's why I say identity crisis. I've been through it too. I just didn't want to be anyone else. I never wanted to be anyone else. I didn't know who I was, so I had to go through these different layers. And I saw that I had a lot of advantage at different things. Like, I know I'm pretty. I know that people like that I'm pretty, da-da-da. I know these things because it was shown to me. But it's still, none of this was ever enough for me. So I had to go to God. And when I went to God, God showed me who I was. I love writing. Like, I'm a little bookie. I love reading, writing. I like expanding my mind. I like talking, like anything with communication, anything. I'm like obsessed, you know, in music. But I would never have discovered this if it wasn't for God. And so when you're in greed, yes, personal growth, when you're in greed, I've been getting a lot about the word pride. And I've noticed a lot of people around me have pride. They think highly of themselves and they really don't care for others. And sometimes when you have a lot of something, you have that spirit, that attitude. But guess what? Eventually there will be a point in your life where money can't buy it. You could be stuck in a situation where you might need someone's help, or you might need that guidance. And the main thing that I would say to do is humble yourself. I had to get humbled 1,000 times, more than 1,000. But the key thing that I would say is, let me see. Yeah, the key thing that I would say is just kind of like, allow your lessons to like evaluate, like learn, like what are you learning? Like right now I'm learning to put in towards the things that I love. Why? Because I'm not really satisfied by just doing anything. I'm gonna read some of your comments. Oh no, Angel, I didn't mean to do that to you. Okay, there it is. You said excess not to sustain, but shopping with overabundance. I'm a little confused by that one, but yeah, personal growth. When I was younger, mine was culinary. Why don't you continue culinary? Like, what's stopping you? I think another thing that I've learned on this journey that I've done is limit myself. Like right now, after I get off, I'm going to probably go see like see what I want to do. Like lately I've been doing, I want to post it on here more, but I've been doing poetry a day. I've been doing poetry every day. One poetry a day. Why? Because I love writing and I just want to write my life away. But yeah. Crap. But yeah. Ghosted. But yeah, like what about y'all? I'm healing, that's all. Same here. We're all supposed to be healing. Everything really is healing. It's about us to just lead to growth. It's about how far can you get into your power? How far can you expand your mind? How far can you accelerate yourself without giving up, without letting people get in your head, without, oh, there it is. It's this. That's what it was. My face is like feeling flushed for some reason. How far? You know what I'm saying? So that is really what we're learning here. You know? Hey, pretty girl. Thanks. But yeah, I think that I did 8 years of culinary. It went nowhere because of a messy engagement I was in. Okay, you just explained why it didn't do good. Now that you're not in the engagement anymore, what do you do? Sometimes people are there to distract you. Believe me, I know about distractions. I had many friends to distract me, and I actually didn't realize the friends I had around me were not actually doing anything with their lives, and so I wasn't doing anything with my life. Now, I want to do something with my life. But yeah. Name her at a store. We're not gonna say it. Okay. Well, I love talking to you. I hope you subscribe. I am gonna go because I'm gonna go work on the stuff that I said I was gonna do. But I love you guys so much. Bye.